Welcome, everybody, to the podcast.
Yeah, stop talking.
Yeah, we have a guest.
Yeah, we have a guest today. Can I introduce the guest?
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Unusable Podcast today. It's a nice, warm, freezing cold Sunday afternoon in March. And we have a guest here today. Some people know him as Gabe. Other people know him as Gabriel. I know him as my nephew who's older than me.
I know him as Gabriel.
Gabe, the guest of today.
Hi, everybody. I'm the guest of today. So happy to be here. I thought we
Woo! Let's get hype for the guest. Woo!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, not
Woo.
ooh woos.
I did not ooh woo.
You ooh wooed.
I didn't.
My mic is falling over.
Oh yeah, it does that. Yeah.
I thought we were gonna have Grunk as a
Gronk.
guest.
Oh yeah, Grunk is gonna be a guest today. I forgot.
Gronk from Emperor's New Groove.
No, that's Kronk. This is Grunk.
This is Grunk. Should Grunk be on the podcast right now? I could go get him.
Not yet. We'll save him till the end.
Okay, I'll go get him later.
So how was everybody's weeks?
What?
How was everybody's weeks? Why'd my monitor turn off? What is going on?
That's weird. It's pretty all right.
Yeah, pretty all right. Let's go.
As you can tell, we're kind of tired this week.
I'm not.
Okay, Seth isn't.
I took.
I
a
just
nap
don't have
yesterday.
anything interesting to talk about this week, so
Oh, I have something.
That might make this the best podcast.
probably.
I have something. Don't worry.
All right, Gabe, tell us.
Oh, you want to hear it now?
I want to hear it now.
Decide. You want to hear it now?
I need to stop you.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything else
Please
to
enlighten
talk
us.
about, so I actually do
Alright.
have a topic, but I forgot about it, so
Can we talk about your intros, Josiah? That's kind of a weak intro, honestly.
no,
No.
can't talk about my intros.
Seth,
I
we
didn't-
can't,
I didn't realize
we
that's
can't
forbidden.
all have a intro like
Jacksepticeye.
Jacksepticeye. Or, I'm pretty sure it's like trademarked, and we're gonna get like copyright. Strike.
Aw, I'm going to prison now, guys.
I'm kidding.
He's
I
going
doubt,
to jail.
I doubt Jack would do that.
Oh,
Anyways,
Sean. His name's Sean
Yeah, his name is Sean, but
His name is Sheen.
Sheen.
Sheen. Yes. Anyways, March 29th. Something's gonna happen on March 29th in Springfield, Missouri. Can you guess what it is?
LeatherCon.
No.
Polka Dot Bonanza.
No.
The gun show.
I don't know. Maybe, but
That already
that's not the
happened
thing.
this weekend, so.
Okay. Do you have any other guesses?
Witchcraft Fest.
Like probably, but that's like an all year thing.
No, that's in
Anyways,
October.
Oh, is it a WiccaCon? Because that's the real thing, a WiccaCon. It's like a witchcraft thing. It's pretty crazy. Me and Ben almost went to one once, but there's a lot of crazy stuff happening, so we immediately ran away from all the screaming people. I'll tell that story after you talk about this.
Okay. So March 29th, Springfield, Missouri. Midget wrestling.
What?
Yeah.
How do you know about that?
But my coworker was like, "Listen, we need to get an army
it's your
together
coworker.
of coworkers to go and watch." And I'm like, "I'm interested."
I feel like that's
might
the
go.
most hype thing probably on the planet.
I want to go. How much is the ticket?
I have no idea. I can ask my coworker though.
I hope it's under $20 because I don't know if I'll spend that much.
Dude, it's midget wrestling. When else are you gonna watch midget wrestling?
YouTube?
That's not the same.
Live leak.
I have link.
Anyways, yeah, I felt like I had to share that because that's very interesting.
Midgets are my favorite. Shout out to
Shout out to all the
shout out to
short
the midgets out there. No. He's a comedian who's a midget.
people. He's the
He's
guy
on
that
like
Brandon.
Instagram a lot.
I don't
Instagram
know.
Reels.
Oh no,
His name is like Brandon something.
the one that did the short wise guy from Game of Thrones.
No,
No.
that's Peter Dinklage.
Okay, because he's pretty.
I mean,
cool.
shout out to him too.
Yeah, shout out to him.
'Cause he's in like everything.
Brad Williams, I think is his name.
Yeah, I know who you're
Brad.
talking about.
He's hilarious, and
He
I
has-
love.
he has-
He's always like, just call me a midget. I don't care. I love
Yeah,
him.
he's his like most popular bit I would say is when he went and performed for Marines, and he had a bunch of stories about his time with the Marines and how they just like picked him up and threw him into a helicopter. And then he got into a gunfight in the helicopter or whatever. I don't know.
What?
One time he was talking about how like he had some fans who brought their friend who has a phobia of midgets, but they didn't tell her that the comedian was a midget.
No. That is Bob Saget. Bob Saget has a fear of midgets or something. No, John Stamos.
Well, yeah, but no.
Yeah.
This was Brad Williams was talking about just complete random people.
Oh, just a random person.
They just brought because didn't know who Brad Williams was, and as soon as she
yeah.
came out, she went, "Oh, F this!" and just started screaming and ran out. He was like, "What?" It wasn't until like after the show they're like, "Yeah, that was our friend. She has a phobia of midgets. We thought it'd be funny to bring her." And he's like, "That's the best thing ever. Thank you."
That's great. That's hilarious.
But you guys want to hear about AwakeaCon?
Yeah, just give us a snippet of.
All right, so AwakeaCon, it was going on in Republic, and me and Ben were like, we should go check it out because it looked crazy. And it was in like this 2-story building thing. It looked like an apartment complex. But so we were pulling in, and as soon as we were pulling in, there's this lady on a giant cell phone.
What?
Giant, like the size of her face. It was like an iPad, but it was styled like an 80s like phone.
Oh,
But
like
she
a
was
brick
clearly,
phone?
yeah, but she was clearly talking to somebody on the brick phone because I could hear the voice coming from the phone, and she's just screaming, just like, "Yeah, so I'm over here. Can you see me?" Just screaming into this phone, trying to like direct a person over to it. And then there was like this other woman on the other side of the balcony just screaming into the sky and like throwing stuff. And then people running all over the place with like weird banners and like doing weird like jujitsu hand signals or whatever. I don't know what was going on. It looked like Naruto up in there. It was weird. And me and Ben were like, never mind. We've seen enough.
What? Okay.
And a
Dude, that's
gypsy looking woman.
That's when you like dress up like a D&D cleric and start smacking people with maces.
Or just a Catholic priest,
Yeah.
but like overdone Catholic
Yeah.
priest.
That'd be great.
You just walk in there like, hey guys, how's it going?
Actually, on my way over here,
Seth.
You're in my last slip of classic rock coffee. Sponsor us.
Anyway.
there's this Texas driver in a truck.
Yeah.
I was not aware that Texas drivers throw rocks out their window
What?
because it smacked my car. What? Yeah, they threw a rock at me.
Today?
Yeah, today.
That's like a crime. That's weird. What?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
literally a crime.
It did. I don't think it broke anything, but I was still like pissed off, and I was just like,
They just threw a rock out of their car?
yeah, just tossed a rock out of their car, smacked my windshield.
That's weird.
Honestly, I feel like it'd be less weird if they threw like a snake or something. Just throw a snake. Get pythoned, noob.
Get Python.
But yeah, I was just like waiting for another rock, because if they threw another rock, I'd be like, all right, that's it.
See, that's why I'm gonna get a train horn, put it in my truck.
Yes.
That's why I'm gonna get a Gatling gun on my 10 car.
That's why I have a tactical wife.
Okay.
I'll just throw her.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so I'll
Is
throw
she
her.
is she like a missile?
Well, yeah,
You
see,
just
I'll
throw
throw
her
her
and
into the
then
truck
she-
bed, and then she'll climb up over to the driver's seat and yank him out through the window.
Ah,
Like the Winter
GTA style.
Soldier.
Oh yeah, Winter Soldier.
Winter
Yeah.
Soldier style. And then the musical going on in the background too, the Winter Soldier music. Yeah, that will be going on in the background. You guys remember the music from Winter Soldier?
No, but that was
fan-
perfect.
It was
That was
fantastic.
perfect.
It was good
It's
music.
generic action movie sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, action movie was
But it's less bois and more like.
screeching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people say that's actually a recorded demon screech that was recorded in the center of the earth by Walt Disney himself on his trip to hell in 1973.
As Reverend Robert
Televangelist
Televangelist,
Robert.
I can tell you that this is a fact.
Televangelist Robert is a conspiracy theorist.
Televangelist Robert is anything you want him to be.
Okay. So anyway, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about I bought a bunch of those aircraft safety switches, with the red caps on them.
Okay.
For
Flip
what?
the cap, and I bought them for my truck, and so
Sick.
I have 5 of them.
Yeah.
And I have a few ideas. I'm gonna get a train horn. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get some, those fairy lights. And I'm gonna sew them into the ceiling.
Hey.
Just burp,
Pretty cool.
Seth.
No, it's a sneeze. It's gone.
Okay.
I would just burp straight into the mic. Don't think I would try and hide
Okay.
it. The sneeze, I was going to try to keep it away.
So I'm gonna get lights put into the ceiling. I'm not getting underglow. Not getting
Thank you.
underglow.
Underground is stupid.
Yeah, but I think nice fairy lights in the cabin would be nice. Kind of romantic,
You can
and
take
then
some ladies out.
one of the switches is gonna be a kill switch for all of the lights on the outside of the car.
Oh, so you can be like Batman.
Because all cars have those driving lights. So no matter if you have your lights on, there's still lights.
Not my car.
I'm gonna have one of the switches be just an all lights kill switch. Not even the brake lights will work.
It's not even legal.
No, it's incredibly illegal if you have it actually turned off. But if you have them turned on all the time, and just use it while the police aren't around.
We do not
Here's the thing.
condone this.
I don't
Just so
condone
you
this
gotta
at all.
Yeah, he's not doing this. This is a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Oh no, I'm doing this. I don't care.
Oh!
You can't sue me for having that modification on my truck. You can only sue me if you catch me using it on public roads. I can do it on private
Yeah.
property, which is why I'm doing it. But I did have
That's
the
the
idea
law,
of
boy.
a Fast and Furious movie where one of the gimmicks of one of the characters is just he can turn off all his lights and just disappear into the night. Just imagine I'm racing.
So what can you do? I can turn off the lights.
Imagine I'm racing Bobby at night on a highway, which I've done several times. I just turn off my lights.
It's a terrible idea.
And then all of a sudden, I'm in front of him because he can't see me.
He doesn't need to see you. He just needs to be ahead of you.
That's a really bad idea. But here's the thing. It can be useful in the apocalypse.
See, the actual use
the
for
problem is that your car, your truck, it's painted white, my guy.
Yeah, I know. I need to get
You
it
need
painted
to get
black
it,
for that.
No.
Paint it
Navy
pink.
blue. Navy blue blends in better.
Yeah, it does. And there's also a thing called street lights. So,
Because the
That's not
track
helpful.
is always lit.
yeah. But I just got the reference. Took
Oh.
me a second.
Anyone else who didn't get it yet, just think a little bit longer.
Just a little bit. Maybe think of a
The
little
track
man
is always
named-
lit.
Maybe think of
So
a
he
little
doesn't need
man
headlights.
who has stickers.
He's got stickers.
Speaking of that,
He may or may not endorse bumper ointment. His last name might be McQueen. There you go.
First name might be Thunder.
Seth. No, it's not.
I said might be. I didn't say it is.
Seth sent you a meme.
Of that person
You did?
on Instagram.
I don't look at things.
It's a pretty good meme about Lightning
I've been
McQueen.
working so much. What is it on? Oh my gosh! So it's Lightning McQueen sucking on someone's toes.
Yes.
But like a toy Lightning McQueen. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's great.
So I have a topic.
I thought you said you didn't have anything.
No, it turns out I do have a topic. Seth, do you remember when we were getting pranked a lot at our house?
Yeesh.
Yeah, you get pranked every once in a while. They start out with like, getting, like wrapping our car in
Yeah.
plastic wrap and
Throwing
egging it
onions at us.
and throwing onions violently. Throwing a couch into our yard,
Yeah.
which is dumb and not even that funny. The funniest they got is when they got a bag of Cheerios and spread it on our grass and said, "Enjoy the donut seeds." That was about the funniest they got, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, here's the thing. All the cards were misspelt, though. Everything, all the signs they left were horribly misspelt. These people were not.
Smart.
And I know who these people are, too.
Yeah.
I saw one of them at Costco a while ago. I almost punched him in the face.
That's funny. Well, one of the pranks, it was on Mother's Day
Yes.
in the middle of the night.
Yes. It was a no.
And we got gnomed.
Yeah.
What I didn't realize is that there's a little website on the dark web
Yes.
where you can pay someone
Yes.
to gnome someone.
Yes.
I did not realize that they had paid for someone to gnome us.
Yeah, we just got a free gnome.
Yeah, which we were really confused as to where the gnome came from. Turns out you just go onto the dark web and just bada bing, bada boom. Gnome.
Is this more expensive or less expensive than buying your own gnome?
It's
More.
way more expensive.
But this is like there is a worldwide network of people that will gnome people. Like, because I heard about it from a European guy.
Can we
And
gnome?
I was like, wait a minute.
Can we gnome Markiplier?
Okay. No. And also, I don't approve of this.
If I ever got my hands on a gnomer, all my theology is out the window.
Hold on, is gnoming a bad thing? Is it just putting a gnome in someone's yard?
Well, because you put the gnome in the yard and you ring their doorbell at like 2 a.m. and stuff.
Yeah, it was like 3 a.m.
That's pretty harmless.
Oh, yeah, but it's
Annoying and
awful
creepy.
and rude. It's not good for society. It's
Yeah.
not good.
Well, I'd rather take that than someone delivering a hand onto my front porch.
I'd rather take that because then I can get the police involved.
That's true. If you just get gnomed. I think we called the police and they're like,
It's a gnome. We're not going to do anything
Gnome.
about it. If we got a hand, we get the police involved, that'd be way better.
it was a creepy gnome. Of course, gnomes are creepy.
Yeah, well, it was just
Did-
normal gnome, but it's just creepy.
But yeah,
Did
I
Nanny
didn't.
keep the gnome?
No, we got rid of it.
Did she burn it?
No,
No, we just threw it away.
no. We gave someone picked it up and
Oh,
we
yeah,
gave it
one of
away.
our neighbors wanted it.
Because we were like, is it someone's gnome? And no one claimed it. And then we're like, well, if someone wants it, just come pick it
What
up.
if that was the guy who put it there in the first place? What if that was the gnomer?
He just
I don't-
he just did a
I don't
tactical
know.
reload.
we what?
He reloaded his gnome.
He, I mean, he owns a lot of gnomes. I think we all, or at least me and Seth know the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy, yeah. He has a lot of gnomes.
So you're talking about that, and it reminded me that I actually do have a story.
Okay.
If you're ready for
Since
it.
my
Are you guys
story
ready for it?
sucked, go ahead.
Yeah, it was a pretty good story. It just got it got me
No.
really angry.
I just
'cause I remembered
didn't.
all that
You
stuff.
didn't react to it. I'm offended.
No, because I was trying to not just. It was just really annoying. These because I knew these kids, and they were the garbage human beings. So it really annoyed me that they were doing that. But anyway,
Dad almost
You
shot
could've-
them one time.
yeah. I threw a rock at their car one time when they're like ringing.
Yeah, they would like prank us, and then they would like go back around, and eventually, enough times doing that, my dad just figured out to bring the gun as soon as they like rung the doorbell because they'd be back, and he almost shot them, but what they didn't know is that the gun was broken. and didn't work, and it wasn't even loaded. And he was also, they weren't on our property, so it wasn't legal.
But the gun does
I'm
work.
glad.
The gun's fixed now.
I
The
know,
gun wasn't
I
broken
know.
then.
Yeah, it was. It was
What?
jammed. Like it was.
A jam
just
is
like,
not a broken thing.
Well, it wasn't like jammed in like the normal sense. It was like it wouldn't cock
Oh,
like at all.
Are you talking
Remember
about
we
his
fixed it
rifle?
at the range? No, it's
Oh,
pistol.
the handgun.
Yeah,
Okay.
the rifle always works. He just
Yeah.
didn't bring it.
speaking of that, I remember one time I had a similar issue with a gun that I sold for way too less. My first rifle that I purchased was a Chinese SKS,
Yeah.
and that gun liked to jam and not function correctly.
Yes.
And so me, being a young man and kind of petarded, I decided to clear the jam by putting the butt of the stock on the ground and get my foot and stomp on the receiver, like forcing it to cycle because the casing is what jammed it up.
Mhm.
Turns out doing that is kind of dangerous because you don't know the condition of the chamber when it's jammed like that. I assumed it was an empty casing. Thank God it was. 'Cause if it wasn't, the chances of it going off is surprisingly high because it's Chinese and crap.
Chinese.
Gun safety with Gabe.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
Don't do that because the chances of me blowing off my bits was pretty high.
Very high.
Don't be
Don't prank
stupid.
people.
Don't prank people unless you're willing to be pranked. And
Also, you're willing to be
AKA
upfront about
shot.
or be upfront about your
AKA
prank
shot.
and it'd be a harmless prank. One time we kind of like more or less pranked Ben's house. Me and Joanna, we like made a
Yeah.
little like scavenger hunt with a bunch of like notes.
Yeah, but that's like
But that was like
Fun.
fun and goofy, and he knew exactly who did it and everything.
yeah.
I was
That's the
gonna say
difference.
something, but
A lot of most
Yeah.
of the times we got pranked, it was just kind of like, why?
Yeah, it's
Like,
just
they, like-
annoying and stupid.
They like TP'd our house or our tree, and we were just like, okay. And then we like talked to our neighbors, and they were like, yeah, it'll rain soon. You can just leave it.
Mhm.
So there's like TP on the street for a couple days, but no one cared. I was just like, okay.
That's why I like living kind of out in the middle of nowhere where you have a gravel road, so you know when somebody's coming.
do you remember when the kids were shooting off fireworks at our cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went out and yelled
When?
at those
What?
kids.
Where? What?
There's these couple of dumb kids who live next to us, and they were like setting off fireworks like right in front of our cars and stuff. And I went there, I was like, "Get out of here!" I was like, "Fire those
Oh,
off into the street
Oh, at your
at our apartment."
apartment. Okay, I was just like,
Dude,
what?
they're a constant problem. They just break stuff for the heck of it and just leave it out in the street.
Yeah.
Like they've
They
broken.
probably left the podcast fork. We saved the podcast fork from those hooligans. Ghoul hooligans.
Hooligans. I think the realtor company got involved because I saw like realtor people coming in and like cleaning all that stuff up and talking to some of the neighbors and stuff
Huh.
and
that's
being
good.
like, "Stop." So that's good. They honestly need to be evicted, but that's a whole nother thing.
I feel like this is such a negative podcast.
I know, right? This is terrible. Let me tell you a story about how I embarrassed myself.
There we go.
There we go. So my best buddy, old pal, putty buddy, Ben.
What?
My putty buddy, Ben.
I
My buddy pal.
want to
My-
call him your putty buddy until you Google. Make sure that doesn't mean something.
It's
But, go
probably
ahead.
something
Buddy?
not appropriate.
I don't think putty buddy means anything.
It's
All
your,
right, here we go.
Don't. Nope. Nope. This is family friendly. We can't do this.
It's no. It's your not sidekick. Your wingman for when you're planning C4. That's your putty buddy.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's my putty
that
buddy.
actually makes sense.
Or when you're like putting up drywall and you got
Yeah.
your friend who putties all the cracks and holes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your putty buddy. too.
Putty buddy.
Anyway,
Anyway, so he's my putty buddy. he was getting married a couple of years ago, and he had a lot of friends at his wedding, like how weddings are.
Mm-hmm.
One of his friends lives in Alabama. And I was like, oh, I have a sister who lives there. And then he was like, oh, that's cool. And we're talking about Alabama and beaches and stuff. And, hey, nothing came
Honey
up.
Buddy doesn't mean anything. Epic.
Oh, cool.
At least on Urban Dictionary. I'm going to just Google it now.
But so we were talking about it, and he was like, you should come down to our house and stay, and then we could go to the beach. I was like, oh, that'd be so much fun. And for whatever reason, I was like, you guys aren't rich, are you?
What?
For whatever reason, I was like, you guys aren't rich, are you? And he was like, no. I was like, oh, good, because I wouldn't want to stay at a rich person's house. I like poor people.
What? Why would you say that?
I don't know.
Um,
It was day 3 of like wedding stuff. And it was like right at the wedding. And it
How
was
many
just
shots were in you?
none.
Not
But
even any shots of heroin?
no, I just had 3 nights of like no sleep.
Okay.
And then like a wedding and try and help with all that stuff. And then he was just like, you
And
should
you
come
were
over.
in
I'm like,
Arkansas.
yeah, we were in Arkansas. I'm like, I don't like rich people.
I feel like
I like poor people.
there's some kind of like curse over Arkansas where I just lose my filter entirely when I'm in Arkansas.
Makes sense.
It's-
Arkansas.
It's
is
also
true.
kind of a thing with Kentucky. Like for some reason when I'm in Kentucky, I have like infinite amounts of like
slurs.
no, what?
Oh,
rage.
No,
Just rage.
confidence,
Confidence?
people. I have infinite confidence when I'm in Kentucky because I know that I'm like not gonna like be there.
I know
like,
I'm not the
people-
stupidest person here in the state.
I thought
people-
I thought you were gonna be like, I have infinite confidence in Kentucky because I know I'm better than everyone here.
No, I have infinite confidence in Kentucky because I know that people aren't gonna like figure out who I am really. So like that's why in Walmart I was just punching stuff.
Dude, I do like being crazy in Kentucky Walmarts because it's like, what are you gonna do about it? You gonna kick me out? I don't have to come back here ever again.
Again, the people that we've seen in Kentucky Walmart, it's only whenever you guys are with me.
It's true.
The weirdest people come
That's
out.
the
of
same
woodworks.
thing with you guys and Missouri though,
Yeah, it's true.
which is weird that it still happens to you.
dude, it's
To
it,
this
it
day, even though
hasn't
you
stopped.
live here.
Yeah, I live here now, and it hasn't stopped. And you guys are like, Gabe, you're being silly. That didn't happen. I'm like,
One of us.
But it's like when I go out into the town, I might see something kind of weird, but it's never on the level of you. Maybe you're just more observant than I am.
I see
But
lots
I
of
don't
crazy
see. I don't see like. Maybe that's
Maybe
because I only
Josiah-
go to like Target and Best Buy.
people. Did I tell you guys about how me and Josh encountered a
Maybe.
homeless person? Talking about love?
No.
Power of love?
before you start that,
That sounds depressing.
I found Putty Buddies.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what they are?
What?
They're earplugs for swimming.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So he's my putty buddy. He puts his fingers in my ear when we swim.
Okay.
Thank you, Ben. Always keep my ears clear of fluids.
Let's make officially Putty Buddy is your friend that hands you the C4 when you're planting a bomb.
I
Yeah.
like that much better.
Yeah.
Putty buddy.
Putty Buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, me and
Official
Josh, we were in the square and we encountered a homeless person. He was like, "Yo, man, you guys believe in the power of love?" And we're like, "Yeah."
Did he look like
He's
a disheveled Bob Marley?
No,
No.
When was this?
like a week ago. This was literally this last Monday.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, I'm like, I could have sworn he told the story. On the
Yeah, I thought I had.
No.
Okay, but yeah, and he was like, "Love, it's the frequency that like can get you out of." And he started waving his hands around. He started pointing at the air and be like, "Get you out of that BS." And we're like, "Oh," but I really want Josh to keep talking to him because I want to hear more from this guy. But Josh was just like, "Okay, bye," and I was like, "No, I want more."
That's actually the funniest part of that story is that Josh was like, "Okay, bye."
I was like, "I want him." I would have said something more, but the guy was already going off dancing in the streets, being like, "Whoa." I was like, "Oh, I want to hear more from him."
That's funny. I have only good experiences with homeless people, but that's because I don't hang around the like druggy homeless people. I just hang around the like crazy homeless people. You know, like
No.
they'll just come up to you and be like, "Hey, dude, the frequencies, bro." They're not
Bro.
like, "I'm gonna stab you if you move at all."
Yeah, what's with homeless people and frequencies?
What's with homeless people and freaking me the heck out? It's like they
'cause
don't
you're
blink.
Beta.
They don't blink and they ask me where the local dispensary is.
Oh yeah, Gabe, I told you at the apartment. There was a same time when me and Josh were hanging out in the square. There's this other homeless guy who we avoided completely. I was like, we're going elsewhere because we were going in this opposite direction of this guy, and I pulled us to the right very quickly because he was like eyes wide open.
Was he wearing a black hoodie and was shorter than me?
No, he was wearing a tank top and was bald and had like a little beard. And he was just like walking with this, throwing his arms up like this. He was just like, he was really short and he was walking really aggressively, but his eyes were like wide open. And I was like, oh no.
For a visual for all our listeners, Seth was basically walking like a vampire pirate who's on crack.
Yeah. He's just throwing his arms. He's got his shoulders way up high.
He's got like
throwing them all around.
His fingers out like
hands
they're
are out.
claws, and he's like,
Yeah. He's like clawing at
like
the
he's
air.
digging through dirt, kind of
Just,
doing this
just
weird.
think
Yeah.
just think of Thriller, and make it uncoordinated and cracked.
Yeah, uncoordinated cracked thriller. That's the name of this podcast, Uncoordinated Thriller.
Yep. I think this episode's actually going to be called Putty Buddy, but
Oh, that's a good name too. Should we have Gronk on now?
I need
yeah,
a putty
let's put on
Okay.
Gronk.
Gronk here now.
Hi, Gronk.
happy to be on podcast.
Gronk. Since when have you evolved to human from monkey? When did you?
evolved last week when I saw Beautiful American Woman.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite thing about American women?
They have big hair. Gronk like big hair.
Oh, so you evolved in Texas.
Yes.
What do you think about the Californians that are moving to Texas?
I think good, because California people bring Gronk fun foods. They bring me things like social and rumen and
Oh, do you enjoy avocados? No, avocados are popular with the.
oh, you mean
Californians.
like they're like the green eggs with the green goo in it?
Yeah,
Gronk like green goo.
really.
Yes.
Have you ever tried like Nickelodeon slime?
I don't know Nickelodeon slime.
Gronk, you kind of sound Romanian. Are you possibly Romanian?
Gronk not Romanian. Gronk is Gronk.
Gronk is okay.
Gronk
okay.
is Gronk.
It's
Okay,
fair
there's
argument.
actually there's no monkeys native to Texas. So what? Like I
Gronk
presume you're
know
from,
not where Gronk come from. Gronk just here.
Gronk, did you possibly evolve inside of a kind of glass cage with some other animals that are also in glass cages?
Gronk try not to remember past.
Is it traumatizing?
I
Gronk,
don't know what traumatized mean. Gronk just know bonk, get food, get woman, bonk.
Gronk, did
I like that order of things.
have you ever killed a man?
Gronk use self-defense.
Aggressive self-defense.
Gronk, have you given your life to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Gronk not know who Lord and Savior is.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll here's this business card. You just do you know what a map is, Gronk?
Gronk know what a map is.
Okay, well, there's an address.
Gronk use map to find food and woman.
Well, now you're gonna look for something called a church. Okay. Now, if it has big words like Immaculate Conception, you don't go there. Don't go to that church.
What?
Go to a church with small words. They're probably Baptist. Okay. So here's a map. You go.
Gronk can't reach.
And you go find a church, and they'll teach you about this really cool guy named Jesus.
Jesus find lot food and woman.
Jesus. Yeah, something like that.
Well, he promised me 72 virgins upon my death. That's that is kind of faith I can get behind.
What about raisins? Would you settle with raisins?
Gronk not settle for raisins.
Um,
Raisin
Gronk-
for beta male.
Do you like figs by chance?
Figs good.
I think you'll like Jesus.
Does
Do you
Jesus
happen-
like figs? I hope he
Yes.
didn't curse a fig tree. That would make
I thought
Gronk
that was-
angry.
I thought that was an olive tree that he cursed.
That's a fig tree. I mean,
Oh,
whoops.
oops.
There's Gronk here
Um,
still. Gronk want to learn more about you people. Tell Gronk how many women you have.
Well, considering I'm not Mormon, my maximum is 1. But I currently have
How you build
0.
army of self.
Hmm.
Take over neighboring village.
Well, there's 2 options. Either you can have lots of children, or you can start something called a cult. And that's also pretty effective at building an army.
This not go where Gronk thought this interview was gonna go.
Just watch out for the ATF. They'll take your weapons away. And
Nobody
your life.
take my bunk stick.
Um,
Gronk too strong.
So Gronk, what are some things you want to do before you die? What's your bucket list?
Gronk want to go on great adventure to find land of unlimited food and women. That is all Gronk care about.
I think Gronk has his
Um,
priorities.
Gronk was a lot funnier the other night.
Gronk, I think what you're looking for is Florida. So you got a little map. So you go to Florida,
Gronk go Florida.
and I think
Florida good church.
The Church of Florida.
I think you'd really enjoy the Church of Florida. Actually,
I heard about this Kenneth Copeland guy. Should I go to his church? Well, Gronk will like his church.
I think Gronk would like his church. I wouldn't suggest it, but I think Gronk would enjoy. I don't know anything about Kenneth Copeland at all.
Kenneth Copeland seemed like cool guy.
Have you heard of televangelist Robert?
No, I heard Gronk know not of televangelist Robert.
Well, there's this thing. It's called a TV.
Yes.
You should. He comes on at 2 a.m. I think you'd enjoy him. He's got true American values and stuff. I think you'd actually like him. Gronk, have you ever been have you ever had to evade scientists trying to capture you?
Gronk not evade. Gronk bonk.
Gronk bonk. Okay.
Like a true Chad.
Evade is for beta male. Gronk bonk.
Gronk, do you happen to enjoy Andrew Tate? I have to cut that out, but I said Andrew Tate wrong.
I don't
leave
think
that
he did.
in.
I
You
think,
leave that
I
in.
think that's right.
You can leave it in. Gronk like Andrew Tate. He very good role model for people. He tell people, be strong man. Strong man give bonk.
Gronk, are you on a mission to become top G?
Gronk is not on mission to be top G. Gronk is top G.
Oh, nice.
Because I give bonk.
Oh,
That's why
Anyone
his
who
name is
challenge
Gronk.
Gronk get bonk.
That's why his name starts with a G. Gronk.
Gronk was born for this.
Gabe, do you have any questions? Does Gronk have any questions?
Gronk was definitely funnier the other night.
Gronk better drunk.
I wasn't even drunk.
I know.
Bye, Gronk.
Bye, Gronk.
Bye, people of podcast. Well, that guy was cool.
Yeah,
Just like staring at me like, why did you do that?
we
That was
we
a
talked to
lame bit.
Gronk a couple days ago, and it was pretty great.
It was really funny a couple days ago. Not so funny this time around. I was telling Gabe, was like, that should be one of the new bits we do. We should do caveman bits.
I mean, you just weren't like funny.
I couldn't think of anything. My mind was just like,
just that West Texas wind
yeah.
in your brain. So basically, what you should do to be funny is like say weird things.
I know how to be funny.
Do you?
Do you know how to be funny?
Not really.
I was pretty funny the other night when I was playing D&D with my bros. And then my
No.
character died. I died.
You know what's funny? Every time Mom listens to the podcast and you mentioned that you were playing D&D, Mom groans very loudly.
Mom, I'm looking at you right now listening to this podcast. I'm looking at you. Staring right at you, mother.
What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say, man?
I'm just staring. Wow. That,
Let's respawn.
I'm back.
Oh!
Seth sounds like he's constipated. So, yesterday,
I feel better.
I got to the house, the apartment that I share with Seth, and I was so tired. I had a headache. I just finished laundry. Seth comes in, and he says something to me, and I completely dismiss it because I'm so
Yes.
tired that I'm just like, I don't want to interact with anyone. And I go into my room and I just like lay on the bed. I'm like, I just need like 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes and I'll just like reset and I'll like continue my day doing something. I passed out. I was asleep for like 4 hours. I woke up at like 8:30.
I was talking to, after that, I was talking to Kay. I was like, I think Gabe's upset about something. I was like, I think
guess-
something's wrong. I was like,
I was
she was like, was
upset,
it because
but-
you? Is it? Wait, she was like, was it because you parked in a spot? I was like, well, because what I said to you was like, I was expecting you home this early because we were just gonna be back for like 2 minutes and then go back out, so you could have your parking spot. So I was like, oh no, is he mad?
No, like I wasn't upset at you. I was just like, just in general, like, I'm 25 years old and I'm just now like figuring out what I want with my life, and I have made almost no progress. In fact, I've made like the opposite of progress.
Gronk say,
Yeah.
any progress, good progress, even if little progress.
Yeah, look at Gronk.
Bronk.
That's his
Name's
brother.
Gronk.
Gronk is like 35 and he just evolved. So,
Like, the only good thing that I've realized is like, all right, I know what I want to do. Now I just have to like turn that dream into like a reality. So
I would just like to
That's
say, I
in-
feel like
that's in
knowing our
process.
audience will probably get a lot of people being like, evolution is not real, guys.
yeah, we know.
we're aware. It's still
He's
funny, though.
He's a caveman named Gronk.
the only
Grow up.
evolution.
Don't insult our audience. We only have 30 of them. No, we love you. Don't leave. Don't leave.
The only evolution that we could probably agree with is the micro evolution, where like it's just adapting to your environment. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like Gronk of adaptive environment. If bigger woman, get bigger stick to bonk on head.
Wait, you're bonking women?
Yes, that's how I get woman. Bonk on head. I told you. Bonk, Gronk, bonk. Get food, get woman, bonk.
Those are words to live by.
That's how caveman roll. Bonk woman on head. She wake up in cave. She like Gronk.
Maybe that's why I'm not very successful in my life. I don't
So-
bonk enough.
Gotta start bonking, bro. Gronka bonk. Yeah.
That's gonna be our first shirt. Got a
Gronk
bonk.
Gotta
Bonk. And then
Speaking
Buddy.
of, Putty Buddy. Do we have any emails from Lillian Wolf?
Just specifically Lillian Wolf.
Yeah, if it's from anyone else, I don't care.
Because you really don't expect anyone else.
No,
this
we
point.
don't have any emails at all.
Oh no!
So make sure to email us, guys, and follow us on Instagram at unusable_podcast.
You can ask us you can ask you can.
Yeah, you can ask us questions. You can send us reels and posts and whatever. I don't care.
You can
Just-
ask our characters questions, and by
can
our
ask-
characters, I mean mostly my characters.
You can ask to just like be on the podcast if you want. You probably won't, but you know.
Guys, comment
Can.
below if you want a charismatic apologist to be on the podcast.
Yeah. Also, Lillian, you are totally allowed on the podcast.
No, I'm not allowed to be on podcasts with other women.
What? Is that why you and Kylie have never been on a podcast together?
Correct, because Katie won't allow it.
Mm.
That's why the only reason why Olivia could be on the podcast was because Katie was there.
Oh, I see. Well, Lillian, don't worry. We'll just kick Seth off and you can be on the podcast.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Lillian will be the new third
Like-
seat.
Well, you guys should have auditions to replace me.
If Seth gets canceled,
If I get
got-
canceled, you mean when
Sorry.
I get canceled?
when Seth gets canceled, Lillian, you're
I could
next
say
up.
something transphobic.
Maybe don't,
Men,
unless it's like biblical.
men.
Actually, you know what? Go ahead.
You know what? Men are boys, and men have particular genitals, and women have particular genitals. Take that, liberals.
It is very transphobic, and I approve.
Yeah. For some reason,
For some reason,
transphobia-
facts are just.
transphobia is one of the things that like people don't seem to actually get that upset about. Like it's a pretty common
Except for
thing
like
to be
a minority of the internet
like
gets really upset about it.
like if you know
I could also
Ben
be
Shapiro
racist.
don't do
White
that.
people suck.
Yeah,
It is
fine.
very racist. But for some reason, that's more sociably okay.
You know
Sociably,
what? Italian people suck.
when they're eating noodles, they go. Yep,
French people, the worst.
that's
I
just
stand by
facts.
that one.
That's
Yeah,
just
that
facts. Amen.
If you're French, come on our podcast, fight us.
My coworker,
Is
the one
he-
that's an artist,
he's French? How French?
yeah. His great grandpa was in several countries. And by great grandpa, I mean like the guy that was here before the Louisiana Purchase.
His grandfather's Benjamin Franklin?
No, he had like a grandfather way back when that was like in this country. He like moved from France to that region of the country.
Did
It was
he
owned
found Bodark?
No,
What?
no. But-
Bodark is French.
But yeah, he's like he lived in like one spot in America before the Louisiana Purchase after moving from France and just stayed in that one spot and ended up being in 3 different countries over his lifetime just cuz the
The
ownership of the
flippy
land.
floppies.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. No, how does that work?
I'm not entirely sure.
So you're French, and then you go to French Louisiana, and then it gets purchased by America. That's only 2 countries. Unless
There's
it's
a
also the
third country.
Confederate States
Yeah.
of America. Okay. That's 3 countries. That makes sense.
I've been to 3 countries.
No, you haven't, Seth.
Yeah, I have.
You've never left the country.
I've been in 3 states of mind.
I'm in 3 states of mind right now.
One is bonk.
One state
Okay.
of mind, bonk.
The other one is also bonk.
Remember, Gronk is a state of mind.
Gronk is a state of mind. Also, I have 10 others that are the 10 L's of Seth. Would you like them to be listed?
No! Don't need the 10 L's of Seth again.
I can't even remember what they
Unless
are.
you can sing it.
I don't want to.
That's why I said that. You should write a song that it's the 10 L's of Seth. So yeah, this is what happens to the podcast when we don't have any emails. It kind of sucks.
Listen, we
So
could just keep
you
talking, keep chilling, and if we need to cut out bits and pieces and make a better podcast, we could do that. You're good at editing, man, right? Edit this better. Cut this part out. Me saying bleep.
My
No.
coworker, the one that's an artist, he keeps on saying that he needs to be on the podcast because he gives me a lot of ideas, which is only half true because he'll give me ideas and then I think, wait a minute, I can't use that because it's like actually offensive. And he's like, yeah, I should be on the podcast. And I'm like, no, you can't. And he's like, why? It's like, well, first of all, you cannot say anything without dropping the F-bomb. So that's one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a no go. That's why we had to kick Luke off the podcast.
Yeah, that's why we haven't had
We're
him
gonna
back.
lose all our fans if we.
No, I'll
Just
make
say
sure. We're cool with Luke. I'll call him right now.
He almost
Why?
He almost sent that meme that he sent to you to Luke.
The Lightning McQueen toes.
Yeah.
There's an old meme from like 2019 that's Lightning McFeet. It's just Lightning McQueen with feet instead of tires, and
That
it's
sounds
a monstrosity. Yeah. Are you actually gonna call Luke? This
Yeah,
is something
probably.
that Seth does that actually bothers me. He'll just call people, and I feel like that's rude. Are you like asking him first?
Maybe.
Okay, good. So taxes, huh?
Yeah.
I began filing them and then realized I needed my other W-2s from the year before, and I got them, and still haven't finished.
You should do that.
Yeah.
The end date's kind of coming up.
How soon?
It's like April, early April or something.
I was meaning to do it this week. I just can't bring myself to do it because filing taxes is the most mind-numbingly stupid thing. And it's not that it's hard. It's just that there's so many questions that are unnecessary. So it'll be
Yeah.
like, all right, how many kids do you have? You answer 0. All right, how many of the kids are still living with you? It's like, I don't have any.
Yeah.
I just answered the question. I know it's like Seth says, oh no, they have to legally ask you those questions. I'm like, that makes no sense. You think that they just autofill after you answer the one that is related to it.
You know, I saw a horrific thing last night.
Okay.
It was a TikTok, and it was like this like history TikTok about the Apollo 1 mission, which if you don't know, I'm pretty sure what happened is while they were waiting to launch, before they launched, they're sitting on the pad, cabin pressurized. There's 3 of them. It was the first crewed mission, because they were testing out to eventually go to the moon. And something happened with the like electrical stuff, the computers or something in the cabin, and some caught fire. And since the cabin was pressurized with like pure oxygen, pretty much, it basically just like instantly exploded the entire cabin, but like not like with force, just like fire everywhere. Just the air is burning.
Mm-hmm.
They have an audio recording of that.
Wait, so were people in it, or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, and they got crispy, like they're dead.
Mhm.
Okay.
So fast that their faces were imprinted onto their suit like visors, because it just
Oh.
like, and there's a audio of that, and it was on the TikTok, and so it's just like, you know, like, okay, we're like good to go, and then a little while later, hey, there's a fire, there's a fire in here, and they're just screaming, violent screaming, and then it cuts out, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I saw that like at night, like while I was trying to like go to sleep, and I'm scarred for life now. It was horrific.
Oh my gosh. Did the actual ship explode?
No,
Oh,
just
okay.
the inside of the like crude part just caught on fire.
Because I did see a video of a ship that was like getting ready to launch, and as it was like about to launch, it just went.
Yeah, that was
Challenger.
no Challenger. It was higher when it exploded.
Yeah, this
But-
one like blew up before it could like actually get anywhere.
Apollo
off
12?
the
I think
ground.
that was. Yeah, it was either Apollo 12 or it was one of the Saturn V missile.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's
rocket.
called Velma.
What?
The
No,
new
but they
TV
kind
show.
of explode.
Oh,
Absolute hot garbage. I have something. I
Okay.
follow this person on Instagram called Graham Allen or Alan Graham. He's a politician from, I believe, Texas. And he
Uh-huh.
posted something recently saying, it's weird. Is there a revival going on in Hollywood?
No.
that's all he said.
False.
Well, apparently there might be.
Don't believe it.
Why?
Because it's Hollywood.
I mean, yeah.
Like, sure, it could be fake, but it's like, okay, maybe something's happening. Interesting.
They've sacrificed 2 less babies this week. Is this a revival?
You know what? Progress is progress.
This podcast sucks.
No, this is a good one. The last
we're
one was
just-
bad. This
I
one's
literally-
bad. Everything's bad.
I literally just talked for like 5 minutes about a horrible, traumatic.
You know would be really good because
You know what? Maybe
Tim Myers
you
podcast
just
will
don't
play
like
like
it because
the
you're
music
overly
in
critical.
between bits to kind of like break it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we need that a little bit. We need something to break it up a little bit.
Just, I think you're just overly critical about what you're producing.
Yeah. Here, let's
It's probably fine.
I haven't laughed this entire like episode.
sing a song, guys.
That's not true.
Well, let's just do a skit.
Do you want us all to be
Yeah.
drunk?
No, I don't want to all be Gronk.
Okay.
I wrote,
Okay.
We have like one more skit left.
Oh yeah, that's
we
the weird Uncle on 4th of July. That's the less like.
Yeah.
We could do a different one though. We could do like.
Should I like call? I can't call you. I didn't set it up properly for that.
That's okay.
But
We could do something else.
He's
We could
not
do like
online.
The third Mario brother.
okay. Okay, who's Mario? Who's Luigi? And who's the third one? I'll be the third one.
Okay.
Okay, Seth, you're Mario. I'm Luigi.
It's me, Mario. Yahoo!
And a Luigi.
And our third brother.
Grogagio.
He's a little,
Grogagio.
he's just a baby.
You must have eaten the fermented tomatoes.
Oh, the little baby can't have the fermented tomatoes. They're too strong for the baby. Now he has the retarded.
I am drunk. Drunk.
Oh my, the little baby brother, he's a talking.
Gaddario. Gaddario. My name's Gaddario.
Yes, that's his name, Dario.
A
I
baby
sound like
brother
a-
Gaddario.
I sound like a bad web game.
Dario, what happened to your accent?
I'm from Jersey. Mario, we grew up in Jersey. You talk in a weird accent to get more customers for your plumbing business.
That's
Okay,
nonsense.
because you know,
Dario, whatever your name
Gaddario, you should know this.
is.
You're my brother. You've known me my entire life.
We
should
get the
know
more
this
women
already.
with this accent.
So many women. I have the movie
Luigi,
about me now.
You've literally liked only one girl this entire time, and she danced with you like twice in the last 35 years. Luigi, you're sad.
Luigi got
At
game.
least Mario has like 3 girlfriends.
No need to talk about my polyamorous
okay.
relationships.
Okay, we want to talk about Palutena. Wait, that's the wrong game.
Rosalina,
Rosalina and
Peach.
Paulina.
Paulina,
Paulina.
Paulina,
Palutena is from Kid Icarus.
Paulina, whatever her name is. I don't know my
Paulina.
women's name. I just bonk them.
Mario. Hey,
Just give 'em
Mario.
bonk.
Mario. First of all, you've been listening to too many Gronk TikToks. I know Gronk started a TikTok page because he wanted to be like Andrew Tate, but you've been watching too many of those.
Look, do you have a movie about you, Guitario?
Look, you're a disgrace to the Italians. Okay. Also,
The
remember when
Chris
you were in the
Pratt
mob?
plays me.
Remember when you were in the mob?
I'm
Mario?
still in the mob.
You committed
A
crimes.
horse head will show up in your bed if you keep disrespecting me like this. Tell him, Luigi. Tell him.
You see, I'm the one that throws the bricks through people's window, and I give them a fair warning. Hey, if don't do this for us, we'll break more of your windows.
We break
Guys are
all
the
your
worst.
windows.
This is why I don't come to your parties. I don't come to your stupid little go-kart races.
Hey, this is a family.
I don't go on your drug trips with your mushrooms.
You don't
Saving
even.
some princess doesn't even exist.
You won't even talk to our
Princess
cousins.
Peach
What
was
are
your
you?
high school math teacher.
Who?
I
Princess
really
Peach is a high school
enjoy
math
being a
teacher.
Ghostbuster.
You're a weirdo.
I got them skills with the weed.
You roam the streets with a vacuum cleaner strapped to your back and just vacuum rats.
That's all right. And don't forget all the homeless people. I ripped their faces off with the vacuum.
Don't you
And you
remember?
talked-
I was a power washer for the city.
And you were a construction worker, first of all, and you bombed 3 buildings.
But I killed the monkeys.
Mario, I don't think those were the
Context.
monkeys.
Context.
I'm pretty
all I
sure.
got.
Mario,
I
I'm
killed
pretty
the
sure you're a
monkeys.
racist. Mario's a racist.
Mario doesn't care about monkey people.
You mean Gronk?
Kronk, okay. Kronk, the only good monkey person around.
Yeah, Gronk. Ah! You guys
But
are
those
the
other
worst.
monkey people,
What about
Bomb the
that
heck out of
time,
them.
Mario, whenever you bombed Boston?
those people running for no reason, I taught them a lesson. A lesson they'll never forget about running for no reason.
Mario, do you remember your tour in Afghanistan? You committed 38 war crimes.
Yeah,
Yes, but the job got done.
the job got done. You know who issued the job? It was Obama.
Hey, it is my mama.
Strange person in here.
It is my mama. She is here.
I am here. So,
Oh, the mama's saying we have to hurry up to go to church. So no more bombing the Afghanis.
Yes, Mario, you need to repent.
I will repent of blowing up the monkeys.
accents if I were you.
Even my own mother doesn't believe my accent is real.
Well, no.
I need
Oh,
to move
man.
my go-kart.
This is unusable. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. This was bad.
This was great. This bit was great. The third microphone. Well, anyway, I guess
Princess
bye-bye.
Peach was your high school math teacher.
Yes, they got them skills. That was
Mario's a racist and a murderer.
Luigi is just a crime boss and crackhead.
Look, I really
I'm
like
normal.
seeing the homeless people suffer without their face.
Okay, we need to cut this. We gotta go.
All right, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
This is unusable.
Unusable.